We're here. Y'all know what it is. I usually record more than one video at one time. So if y'all see the same shirt, y'all know exactly why. Y'all see the manga in the background, y'all know exactly why. Y'all see the rest of the belongings in the background, you know exactly why. Let me tell you what video this is. This man right here, this man right here has done us a disservice, but also a great service. He stopped our best boys from dying, but at the cost of two of our best boys who died. So there's that. Sakamoto Days, Chapter 167. Izuki's Trauma is what I'm calling it. That is what I am calling it. And it shed a lot of light. It shed a lot of light. The fact that Takamura is not just like this senile old man who takes naps like 24/7, like bro is just actually like that. Bro just chooses to take naps. He chooses not to speak. He chooses to say less. He's clean. He's built different. But also, let's stop acting like Prime Sakamoto and Takamura are like, let's stop acting like Takamura is stronger than Prime Sakamoto. Now, if that comes out to be true, I'm all for it. But until then, y'all keep taking the statement and make it sound like Sakamoto says that Takamura is stronger than Prime. It's not what he's saying at all. You can read the Japanese. Read the Japanese. He's basically saying when Sakamoto was in the order, Takamura from then is weaker than the Takamura from now. Meaning that Prime Takamura is right now, this day, like right now. Now, Sakamoto was hanging with Takamura for a little bit. Let's not act like he wasn't. Nagamo obviously was nerfed at the time. Izuki nerfed at the time. It's whatever. He was going through it. He's always going through it, and I don't understand how he's going through it. But I digress. Haruma gets diced, sliced in half, even the arm, and Takamura is cleaning them. But you know who's really like that though? But the crazy part is, let me not get past that. Takamura cleaned up Nagamo and Sakamoto in a crazy way. But you know what I realized is that when Sakamoto and Nagamo attack Takamura, they don't have, I don't know what it is. Everyone's jumping Takamura, so it makes him look like the strongest there ever has been. But there's context. There's Gaku post the Nagamo fight. There's Nagamo post the Gaku fight. There's Nagamo after being stabbed from Takamura. There's Nagamo being what was it? He was hit by something else. I forgot what it was. But not everyone's at 100%, you know? Not everyone's at 100%. And Gaku be standing on business, sensing Takamura and going to find old boy by waking up from consciousness is diabolical. And Gaku is never not standing on business. Takamura went to go slash him. Gaku gonna break the blade with his mouth. Bro cut his eye with the blade in his mouth while he got stabbed in the heart. It's just everybody's standing on business for some reason. What is everybody's problem? Everybody got a bone to pick. The aura is crazy. Everyone just out here like not trying to die in a lame fashion. It's crazy. They one of them ones. They one of them ones. But it's kind of crazy that it's very hard to scale Takamura to current Sakamoto, and let me say why. Because of the way that Sakamoto treats the fight with Takamura, it's not clearly Takamura's outspeeding. Sakamoto had to focus to lock in for a couple seconds. He was definitely on one. He was definitely up there, but I think it's all about mindset for me personally. Because in the chapter, Takamura with his back turned immediately blitzed past Nagamo and Sakamoto. And Sakamoto even said that he didn't see that coming at all, and that he can't beat them. They can't beat him. They're all dead. And it's crazy because while this is happening, sorry, I'm like reading making sure I got my facts right. But while this is happening, Azuki is tweaking. He's tweaking out, tweaking out, having PTSD. And this is where I knew something strange is gonna happen. And Sakamoto knew it too. Sakamoto knew it too. He knew something was about to happen when bro tweaked. He knew it was gonna happen. Azuki clearly shows that his multi-personality disorder is not voluntary. He doesn't choose the personalities that come out. It's through trauma that they reach out. And of course, in Azuki fashion, Takamura tries to split his body up like a sandwich. No corners, no crust. But in funny fashion, not even funny fashion, Sakamoto already knows what type of time Azuki's about to be on through the trauma. He just lost two of his best men. Gaku specifically, he lost his best man. It's not looking too good. It's not looking too good. My thought, I hope Gaku's not dead. My thing is, I feel like he's suffered worse wounds, but maybe because it's directly to the heart, maybe that's it. But in that moment, Azuki immediately takes Takamura's blade, slices him clean in half, and literally at the end of the chapter is muttering to himself. Now, why does Azuki have to stand on business by proxy? But really, this just goes to show that like all the personalities he's had and the trauma that usually sparks them, like when he fought Rion, I really believe that he became Rion to beat Rion. I truthfully believe that that's what happened, and that's why Rion lost. It's just interesting how the same thing didn't happen for Sakamoto. Mm, almost yawned. It's just interesting that didn't happen for Sakamoto. But rest in peace, Takamura. Unless it's such a clean cut, like bro got sliced in half like salami, but then the salami sticks back together. Pause, and he can still keep it moving. I hope that's not the case because it would defeat the purpose. But now it's like, all right, Sakamoto and Nagamo now have to fight a Takamura Azuki, and that's crazy. And before anyone else talks about Sakamoto and Nagamo losing to Takamura, let's also get one facet out the way as well. Remember that everyone else besides Sakamoto is constantly trying to kill everyone. Full sprint, no stops. Constantly trying to kill everyone, constantly trying to beat the ever loving out of each other with no regard for quality of life. Sakamoto is the only one who's trying not to go for kills actively, and that causes a nerve. I don't care what anyone says. It's so much harder to restrain someone than it is to kill someone. Had a little indigestion. My bad. I had some Chipotle. It is so much harder to restrain someone than it is to kill someone. So all it takes is to going full out, boom, slice and dice, get it over with. But restraining someone, that means you have to hold back your strength. You have to hold back whatever will be lethal for that person, and then still be fast enough and strong enough to outmaneuver them at their full strength trying to kill you. It's too much work. As a martial artist, I can tell you it's too much work. It's too much work. It is so much easier to just finish than to restrain. Trust. But it's not the point. The point is that Azuki is out here tweaking. Now it's time for Takamura Azuki personality to take over. And I kind of wonder what's the conversation look like? Will it be exactly the same? Will Takamura not talk in the body of Azuki? Because at this point, Azuki is just he's catching souls. He's catching souls. He's catching souls and turning them into personality. He's catching trophies. He's getting PlayStation trophies and achievements. It's crazy. However, one thing that I don't want to be overlooked is that there's an overarching story that's going on with Azuki's brother. I think the chairman is also his brother at that. But excuse me. There's some crazy things going on, and we need to be mindful of that. I got a couple videos coming out for my thoughts for some of these lineups and matchups. I really want to do a Sakamoto's days, like top strongest. I really want to do that, but I got some other things in the works I'm gonna work on first. One Piece chapter review. It will be coming out soon. because I have a lot of thoughts, but I also have a lot of things that I'm curious about. And so that Joy Boy video, I don't even make it a chapter review. I'm just going to call it Joy Boy and my theories that I have.